Oh, so last night I got out of Terror Tuesday at the Alamo Drafthouse, a Terror Tuesday special screening of Jag Mundra's, is that how you say his name? Halloween Night, aka Hack-O-Lantern. I think the 35 millimeter print that they showed the film under was under Halloween Night. I don't know. It's a weird movie. It's the first time I've seen the movie. It was a VHS staple. Many people remember it rather fondly. And first time I've seen it, they kept acting like that this is the first time they're showing it. I think they showed it many months ago on 35. Apparently, this is one of the only 35 prints in existence, and I don't know. I think it's gone. It's played a couple theaters in LA, like Cinefamily. It's gone around, and they showed it here. Halloween. Oh my God, Halloween Night. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a hell of a movie. Like a late '80s slasher film, basically an occult slasher film. This character actor High Pike, who was in Blade Runner. He was in Lamora. He played Taffy Lewis in Blade Runner. He was in Lamora. He was a bus driver that drives Lila Lee to Astaroth. He is a weird, crazy character actor. He died in like 2006 or 2008. He plays this satanic cult leader who has this little coven, and they're just killing people. It's just basically it's a slasher film. You got a satanic cult, and this guy High Pike, who is this incredibly flamboyant, crazy. I mean, he has like this little bullfrog voice, and it's just late '80s slasher films, Halloween, people dressing up in silly masks, running around in graveyards for no reason, teenagers having sex. Well, looks like 30 or 40-year-old teenagers having sex. They kind of look like, there's some weird things. The film takes place over a long period of time, and there's a flash forward of about 30 years after the initial murder that starts the film off. And they do some age makeup on some of the actors. And a High Pike has this, oh my God, he is the funny. I don't know. He plays it like a fucking mix between that guy in Fuad Ramses and like Aleister Crowley. Because he's like, he just. He does the thing. He's done 666. Somebody told him that he could do this, and he's like, and then there's this one scene where they touch the horns together when they're. It's a ridiculous movie. I mean, if you love slashers, the 35 millimeter print that, as talking about earlier, they showed around, looked beautiful. It's a very diffuse golden print. And I mean, my God, it's like you see 35 millimeter like that, and it restores your faith in 35 millimeter. I mean, it looks like a friggin' answer print. I mean, it just looks beautiful. I mean, there were the last few reels. I mean, it's like incredible. I've heard talk of Vinegar Syndrome or someone putting out a Blu-ray of this, perhaps based on this print. And I think they should. I think it's incredible. Directed by this guy Jag Mundhra, who is like the king of 80s and 90s like softcore films, softcore direct-to-video like Andrew Stevens type stuff. Like he directed Night Eyes, which is almost like the quintessential like direct-to-video like softcore 80s sex action movie. It's almost like like the template for that. And this guy, did a lot of stuff, died in 2011. But this film looks smooth. You know, he was a Bollywood filmmaker before that. He was an Indian filmmaker, I think, right. I don't know exactly. I don't know his specific history of where he came out of. I'm embarrassing myself, but and I don't know a lot about Halloween Night either. But in any case, it looks smooth, and it looks. It almost has this film. The film almost has this weird dreamlike vibe to it. Characters kind of walk in and out, and you can only realize you just kind of you're given like little bits of little breadcrumbs of information throughout the thing. Yeah, odd movie. But if you like slashers, if you like satanic cult slashers, if you like 80s nudity, because there's a lot of 80s like women, with like this, topless with the suntan, and all of that stuff. If you enjoy that type of thing, then I think Halloween Night's up your alley. Halloween Night, Jack-o'-lantern, whatever.